box where that bubbler is and that little compressor was working. And he said, you know, he checked out fine. He was surprised for the age of that it was working so well. So now,
Well, I just think they need to understand that a bill like that will probably determine that we do no more business with them. At least I'm in favor of that.
Yeah.
I think they have pushed the button about as far as they could.
Could we
Why
have
is it
rented
higher?
the pump anywhere else any cheaper?
no, I mean, that's kind of the standard rate for commercial, for a diesel pump that big, a diesel trash pump.
But it's not our fault that they don't have that in stock, and yet we're paying for that, month after month, or week after week.
Did we ever determine what the cost on a new commercial trash pump would be?
You know, we've never had to have one. You know, we have a 4-inch pump as a backup in an emergency situation that we've always used. But, you know, it has to be monitored in gas every 2 to 3 hours, 4 hours, depending on how high we're riding or how hard we're running it.
Well, I know that, you know, it might be worth some time to get online, not look new, but see what's out there at auctions and stuff like that. Maybe we could pick something like that up that we could just put out there and have for emergencies.
Well, I know a few years ago, we were able to find some big generators.
Yeah, same
Military
principle.
stuff coming back, for about a fourth of what a new one would
Yeah.
cost.
Just do a little research on it, see what you can find out.
But
Tell
again,
Pedro and those guys.
some of this stuff, you know, we're kind of hanging on to see what we can get in the grants that have pulled it out of our pocket. But we never anticipated
Check with Mike
using it that
Axon.
long.
You ever check with Mike Axon?
With the park.
I'm not dealt with him. You remember Charles Flake used to be the principal out in North Davis?
I was just gonna say, Mike gets all kinds of government stuff.
Well, that's,
Some-
I think that's true. Kind of what this is. It's Charles Flake, used to be superintendent out in North Davis. It's his brother, and they deal with
We don't need
military surplus stuff coming back from Iraq and different places that,
Maybe we can do them all
like I
at the same
said, I had a
time.
couple big generators priced
I say,
that were approved a few years ago that,
it is what it is.
less than a
Okay.
fourth of what
Choose
it's
less
costing
than
now.
1,000 sheets wants direction on where to come from.
a motion to approve these,
Yeah, I make the motion, we approve the bill she has listed here.
K.
I second that. K&M, Graver Home Supply, and,
Both of them got
K&M,
3 pieces.
and that, the graver we said would be taken, or put in the
Yeah.
park beautification.
Yep.
Okay,
So both the graver ones from the park beautification?
yes, and the K&Ms for the sewer?
Yes.
Sewer.
Okay. Beth called me about a flow testing. Doug, are you familiar with that?
I am, she called me too, we use it in Florida.
Okay. She wants to have that done.
Just on 3 or 4 places.
Right. There's 3 of them that,
Backflow tests.
No, the,
Flow meter.
something about the utility billing issues, and test circle a 2-inch meter for the elementary and the high school, and Parkview out here, and she also sent me Green Crop Services. It was only getting billed for like 1-inch meter through the way the system runs, but
Is her part of it?
yeah.
You're gonna say it's not.
And they was getting by real cheap,
Yeah, I
and
know.
she found the
She
problem.
explained that to me, but I thought it was in her software program.
Well,
The way
she's
they,
saying-
which circle they had set up.
Right,
it appears on 2-inch meters, and then we've got other 2-inch meters that don't have that problem. And she doesn't know why.
well, when she called me, I said just write them places a letter and tell them that we found a problem, they've been getting by dirt cheap, and now they're gonna have to pay you normal fees. And then I suggested, having that flow test done on these just to make sure we're accurate with what we're charging them.
Well, I mean, the meter is numerically gonna read what's flowing through there.
Right,
From the oil?
Yeah, park use.
right.
I mean, I was, from what I understood talking with her and Mandy, was they never were correctly entered into the software program. There's 3 different test circles, whether it's a residential or a 1-inch or a 3-inch, based on what
Which
size,
software program?
the building software.
The new one they got now?
Well,
Or the old one?
when they switched it over.
Yeah, I think it was the old one,
They were
'cause she
right.
said been like that for quite a
Yeah.
few years.
The grade school was one of them.
And the high school.
And, they weren't, it wasn't the right test server, it wasn't being built through the right test server in their software. So I
So,
don't think the flow in the meter wouldn't affect what the software is reading, you know.
so what you're saying, based on the information that you've got, this was a software, a data entry situation. In other words, the program was not set up correctly with the specifics in it. And that's what caused the billing to go out askew. It didn't have anything to do with the mechanical side of it. Then why would we pay somebody to come in and do flow checks?
That's why I don't think,
Well, it won't, now that he explained it like that. I didn't hear this side of
I
it.
mean, that's what they told me, because the numbers they were entering, there's a test circle, and depending on the size of the meter, it goes in a certain, what she called a test circle.
What's that mean?
The best I can explain it is, you got a category for like a 3/4 residential meter,
We got a tariff, and tariff says it's 3/4 inch or 1 inch or 2, whatever,
But-
commercial. That's what.
One problem they were having, it's like the residents of Parkview. They're on a 2-inch meter, but their water bill
but they were billing it.
way
One
outside.
customer. They don't, those residents don't get billed separate.
I know,
They're
but
one
still
customer.
ridiculously cheap.
Sure, I understand that, but if it's not being, I mean, what under?
Elementary, the elementary school's $120. You think that's real?
Crop Production Services, one of them, North Davis School, has never been billed for, they just been getting a minimum bill.
$42.
No, it's been more than that.
for a bigger meter.
I know water, Elmora bills on about 250,000 gallons of
If
sewage.
they've only been getting a minimum bill, though, where's the meter data? The data, what's happening to all the data from the?
North Davis
She's
pays,
getting the data, but it's going, there's categories for residential, a 2-inch or a 3-inch, whatever size, these, what she calls test circles, but it's basically a category. Residential should be entered under this code, a 2-inch under this code, a 3-inch under this code, and I think from what I gather from her, the bigger meters were being entered under a residential code.
Well, I understand that. Either way, if they were entered under the residential, they would still have flow. She shouldn't get, nobody would be getting, how could the school get a minimum bill? That
well,
would reflect
I
only
said minimum,
small amount.
I didn't mean minimum, just but a minimum in regards to how many gallons they're using. Their bill is $121.50, which is not the minimum, but it is a minimum bill considering that they're using.
I'm sorry, the fog's starting to clear here a little bit. So if we've got the hard flow data that you've pulled,
We've got the readings.
if we take those readings and put it into that system under the actual 2-inch,
She did that.
Category.
will the number jump?
Yes.
Parkview jumped from,
She did that, she told me, they all jumped.
Okay,
seemed like they jumped from 300 and some to like 2,100.
okay, then, so that validates
Huge
the,
monthly number.
the problem. And unfortunately, all we could do is fix it and move forward.
That's what I told her.
With a sore backside.
But I don't,
She don't know how to fix it.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
it's in
It's
our
already been
software.
fixed.
Changed it, though.
She's fixed it.
Or she want a flow meter.
I have no idea. on that.
Because you got too many conversations going here right now, people. I've told you. When she called me, John, you was in Florida, and I didn't hear all this information Doug's telling me now. I suggested maybe we get a flow test done for these 4 businesses, just so if they have any doubts or arguments, we can back it up. But since Doug said that, we don't need to do flow tests. She sent the letters, let's move on. I mean, simple as that.
She's corrected the category.
Yeah, it's been fixed. She's corrected it.
Well, Keith, did they, before we had this data entry thing, because Parkview, of course, is new, but the others are. I mean, didn't they have a huge drop in it?
It's been like that for, I don't know how long.
Well, you obviously know more about it than I do, but she indicated to me that it wasn't fixed today in our conversation.
I don't know then.
And, well, I don't know either. So I'm just repeating what she
But-
told me.
But we need for her to be here then if we're gonna talk about it further, because we can beat this all night. And
Well, I don't mean to belabor the issue, but
no, but if
she
she
did
told
ask to bring it up.
if she told me one thing and another, then we need her here to figure it out.
Keith, maybe she